know where you're joining us from. Thank you so much for joining me on this impromptu Wednesday night. You guys, I'm going to be updating my budget live with you guys. It is very difficult for me to get all of the things in that I am trying to do. I'm feeling much better, so thank you everybody who reached out and commented on the videos. I have pre-filmed those videos a couple weeks ago, and am very, very much on the mend. So let me know where you guys are chiming in from tonight. Before we jump into the budget, there's not a lot going on, but I will update. I know that someone mentioned about the budget today, and I know several people follow me for the budgets updates, and I have not really been budgeting. And here's the reason why. Over on my main platform on Facebook, hey ma'am, good to see you. Thank you so much. I am sure, yes ma'am. I am feeling 1,000 times 100% thousand better. Hey Bev, good to see everybody. So yeah, I am feeling amazing right now. Hey, blessed with one. Hey ma'am. Hey everybody, good to see everybody. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for joining. So my main platform is YouTube. However, before I even started YouTube, I was on Facebook doing stuff. Of course, we've now been on Facebook for about a year doing the reels. We have been doing the One Mom Home Edition for about 4 or 5 years. Hey everybody. And hey Miss Celeste, good to see everybody. We had that going on for years and years before we had ever gotten involved in the Reels program. I remember the Lord giving me the opportunity to go over to Instagram, and he said it was time to go to Instagram, and we still had yet to be invited into their monetization program, but Facebook was just rolling things out, and we kind of were getting in on the ground floor. And thank you so much. He allowed us to just move into that. With that being said, hey everybody, good to see y'all. Thank you for joining. With that being said, it's a challenge to do all of the things. Hey LaShandria. So here's what I do for those of you who may be new around here, or even some of you oldies but goodies who may not be keyed into what I do. On Monday nights, I have a Bible study, ladies Bible study. Hey, y'all. From London, hey, everybody. Tuesday nights, we have our basic Bible study for our church. Wednesday night, right now, I don't have anything. Thursday nights, I sing. I sing at my church, and that's our rehearsal night. Friday night, we have Taekwondo. Well, Jackson has Taekwondo on Tuesdays. He has Taekwondo on Thursdays and Taekwondo on Fridays. Saturday mornings, I'm teaching another class. And then on Sundays, of course, I have church. So by the time I'm doing all of those things, as well as filming budgets and groceries and clean with me's and reviews and all the things, there are no more hours in the day for me to do all the things. However, I'm doing what has brought in the income for our family. I work a full-time job, right? And parent singly. So I work full-time as an educator. I do my 7 to 3 every day. I immediately come home. And before I do anything with my kids, I sit at my desk and I figure out what I got to do for social media, because social media pays the bills. It helps to pay the bills. It doesn't pay my main bills. My main bills are paid by my paycheck. Hey y'all, good to see you. So I have to focus on the things that bring in the income. Right now, the biggest thing that I have going is my Facebook. And that is just primarily reels. It's not even anything else. I'll put out a few static posts here and there, but it's primarily reels. So that's why it's harder for me to get on and film the videos for the budget and then edit them. The filming and editing is a lot, and I just don't have the time. So I kept saying, okay, I'll do them live, and then I get sidetracked because I got 15 other things that I need to get done. And I'm like, oh man, I forgot to film that live. Okay. So anywho, I am here tonight to update kind of my budget and talk a little bit about where we are with things. We are in very good standing with our financials this month, as we have been in the previous months. I will say this, that I am kind of a little bit leery now about sharing certain things, because there is an accusatory spirit and people just come for you. And so it's like, some people want to see you do well, and other people have a problem when you do well. So I am stuck between continuing to share the journey for those who are following the journey and sharing the journey too much, because people will come with their accusations. And I just don't want to stomach that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to try to make it better, because I've said this before. If you've been following me for the past 8 years, 9 years now, we should be doing better. The kids and I should not be at that same place where we were when we first started. And some people will celebrate with you while others will not celebrate with you. And so I don't want to get into arguments in the comments and fights in the comments. And then some YouTubers don't share any of their financial things. I do know that I've always shared it. I don't mind sharing it. But again, that's the reason why I'm just kind of like, Lord, what do you want me to do? So anywho, let's jump in, right? I'm just going to chat you through some of these things. I won't be able to show you my sheet tonight, but that is okay. Maybe I'll get a chance to do another video very soon. Okay. So we do the zero-based budget for any of you who are new. We do zero-based budgeting, and we have for the past 12 years. I started zero-based budgeting when Jackson was a year old. I took a Financial Peace University course through my church, and I was off to the races. Now, I had always done the budget, but I hadn't always stuck to the budget. So because I'd always done the budget, I knew kind of what I had coming in, but I didn't always stick to it. So it wasn't like we were able to pay off any debt, right? I was just bare minimum. About 4 years ago, I started doing keto. My mind got clear. The Lord said, okay, Shakema, now you need to take, because I was still getting tax money back from my kids. He said, you need to take that money and start chunking it towards your debt. And I started doing that. And we got pushed back in the comments. I wouldn't take all my tax money and pay. But you owe people. Pay the people that you owe. And then you can do whatever you want to when your tax money come back, right? I didn't want to owe anybody. I had been under that bondage of debt for so long. And we didn't have a lot of debt, but I was left with it. And when we were a 2-income family, we couldn't figure out our money. And I just did not want that stress and pressure. It was too much. And then going into what I'm praying and asking the Lord to bring me into my life moving forward, I don't want to bring that stress and pressure into anybody else's life. So it was important for me, for Shakema, not anybody else, for me to handle my debt. And I needed my income to be greater than my debt. So what I did was got on the Dave Ramsey system. You don't have to like him. You can call it whatever you want. I just call it the zero-based envelope system. It's worked for me. And we began to work the plan. I will say this, last month and this month have been the most phenomenal for us. We have always done relatively decent on our YouTube platform. We had done relatively decent on the Facebook platform. And I just launched a book. If you've purchased the book, thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate that. And our prayer is that the book will help you some type of a way. But we had the best month last month on our Facebook. And if you have seen any of my reels, you would have seen a reel that says when you make more money on your social media platform than you do in your regular paycheck, which was our case last month. My regular what I bring home, I made exceedingly abundantly above that on my Facebook platform. Very first time in all the years I've been doing social media. Now on YouTube, I'm about the same. My average is the same. I actually looked at my stuff today and it's way, way down. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm way, way down compared to what I made last month. So it just depends on people. It depends on their time. It depends on what they want to watch. It depends on, it's just all those types of things. So, and then I think about other people, with larger channels. They do, oh my goodness, I can't even imagine what they do. I'm over here with my, I'm thankful for every penny, dime, nickel, quarter that the Lord will bring through our hands. But this month as well, even though we were a little bit shorter than we were last month on Facebook, we still, for the second consecutive month, brought in more in our Facebook reels than I brought home in my regular paycheck. And that didn't include any of my YouTube. So my regular payroll deposit was $2,700. That's what it was. It was probably something like 2,600 and some change. I don't know. It's never usually a rounded number, but for some reason I have a rounded number, $2,700. The kids get, well, Jackson now is the only child on child support. He brings in $938 is the award. It's always been that way since Trandon, Alana, and Jackson were all on child support. As each kid has funneled off, Dad has not gone back and requested a lower amount. So that's just always been the amount. Now, here's what I do, especially for new people. If you are new, I never budget for money that I don't make, right? So I only budget for my paycheck. I don't budget for kids. I don't budget for YouTube. I don't budget for Facebook, because those are variable income sources. It can change. It can fluctuate. Right now, where I am on YouTube is $300 less than what I brought in right now. And unless I make that up some type of a way, and of course, with me being sick, I was unable to do many videos, right? So unless I make that up some type of way, I'm already $300 behind. So if I plan for that money, where do I make up for the deficit? So I only plan for the money that I make in my paycheck that I go to work and make. And yes, I still go to work. Even though I made more on Facebook last month and this month than I did in my regular paycheck, the Lord has not told me to quit my job. I have not heard that from Jesus. So I go to work every day. So I don't plan for that. So $2,700 is my paycheck. $938 is what the award is for the child support. And this month in one mom revenue, we brought in, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is the second month and my whole nervous system is like, oh my God, $4,195. That was, we had an ARTSA affiliate payout. So if you order from our ARTSA link, thank you so much. That was $42.92. From Facebook stars, when I go on live on Facebook, people can send stars, or they can send stars through the reels. We made $137.47. From my YouTube AdSense, what I always have done and I've always shared with you, we made $871.87. And from our Facebook Reels, to include ads, which YouTube is now going to, they're going to the shorts. They're going to start monetizing February the 1st. From our Facebook Reels and ads, we made $3,098.54. So total Facebook earnings this month was right at 32. It was 3,200 and something. That included the stars. And then from Instagram, they invited us into a short program. I think they're just feeling us out. I made $50 from Instagram. I have not been invited to anything further in Instagram. I'm still eligible to be monetized, but they have not given me a second invitation. So okay. The way Facebook works is it keeps rolling you. So I know that I may do a video on Facebook Reels, right? Some of you're always doing videos, or you always taking pictures. Get out there and make income for your family. I can only tell you that the Lord gave me the go ahead to do this, and I do it. There are certain things that people want to hear that I share. And there are some who don't want to hear it. Keep on keeping on, right? I cook on some. The kids and I are doing some stuff. I've done a lot with the maturity. I do a lot with women. I just shared one about, there's an intimacy tip that I just shared on both Facebook and Instagram. I'm getting ready to share it on TikTok as well. I'm not making any money on TikTok, but I am putting it out there. So if you have supported us in any of those platforms, this platform specifically, Facebook, wherever, thank you so much. I remember when my children and I were spending $25 for groceries. $25 for groceries. And we are now at a point where if I wanted to go out and spend a ton more, I could. But that's not what we're doing. We're doing a low spend January. So I haven't given myself any extra grocery money. I've kept my same $75 per week. And that's what we're spending. So I think for me, and this is a lesson maybe some of us need to learn, just because you have more money doesn't mean you need to spend more money. I had some goals. I'm going to go down to my goals. I'm looking at my sheet. That's why I'm looking over here. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals for the month, and I wrote them down. I wanted to save $1,000 for the floors. I wanted to put $1,000 in my 3 to 6 month savings or emergency fund. The Lord told me to gift someone a specific amount of money. I'm doing the 52-week savings challenge with my envelopes. That comes out of my paycheck, not anything else. I'm doing the $20 challenge, which I'm taking money out of child support every time, $20, and I'm putting it into the envelope. And I think what I'm going to do with that money is I'm going to gift that to Alana at the end of the year to help her go towards her car. I told her dad that I would put a certain amount, and he said he would put a certain amount. And so this is how I'm saving. She's not on child support anymore, but the amount didn't change. So I'm just collecting $20 every time, and I'm putting it into that account. Also, I'm doing the $5 challenge, and I'm also doing Save the Change. And every single goal I put on my sheet this month, I did. Now, the only exception that I am saying or making are for the floors. The reason being, with what we made on Facebook this month, we could do the floors. And I think I only paid $800 and some for the living room, and this is twice as big as the other rooms. So I want to do the 2 kids' rooms in my room, and the church is going to come back and help us do them so we won't have a labor cost. But I've been trying really hard to save for my 3 to 6 month emergency fund, which for me is between $9,000 and $11,000. If I take out the money for the floors, that decreases my emergency fund. If I wait till April, I get a supplement in April that would take care of purchasing for the floors. But I told the Lord last night, I said, God, I have trusted you for every single thing. And I'm believing the Lord for a miracle, for somebody to say, you know what? We're gifting you those floors. I'm just waiting for my miracle to show up. Well, Shakema, why are you waiting for somebody to gift you? Because God is the giver of good gifts. And he uses people to bless people. He uses me to bless people. When he told me to bless that person, it wasn't like we had a conversation for 30 days talking about, well, let me pray on it. He said, do it. And I did it. And God blessed me exceedingly abundantly above. I did not even think about it. It just went, and that was it. It was out of my hands. When God gives you a command, you do it, and then he provides for you back what you need. When I saw the amount this month, I was like, and every time, because I can't believe it, because I still think the $25. So that's all I'm saying. So what I think I'm going to do is wait for the floors. I don't want to wait because I'm tired of looking at the carpet. But I think I'm going to wait until April, because by April, then I can take that supplement, because I don't have anything planned for. I don't have any outstanding bills. I have enough, I believe, in my taxes fund that when I get my taxes done this time, whatever I have to pay, I'll be able to pay that, no problem. And if there's leftover, I'll just let it roll, because that's how we rolling over here. But I just want to make sure that I'm being a good steward, right? And so at this point, I have been able to save now with this month. It was this month and last month, 2 months worth of emergency fund. Just a little bit over 2 months worth of I've never had that much saved in the emergency fund. If something were to happen, I would be out of work for a little while or whatever, what have you, and I run out of time. We have that money there to take care of my basic things, right? My basic needs. And so I think that's the better choice than to mess around and spend the money on the floors right this second, because I think I can do it a little bit at a time, right? So that's what I'm thinking. And that's always my prayer. It's like, Lord, please let something I say, do, live. They see me with my kids. Help somebody. Let it bless you. It's blessed me, all the things that God has brought us through. So I've chatted. Okay. So we had a total income this month of $7,833.29. Look at God. Look at God. And this was not a supplement month, which normally on a supplement month is usually a little bit higher. This was just the blessing of the Lord. Somebody ordered on a link I had. So y'all went out and watched the reels. We had certain reels that got over 1 million views. We had certain reels that over almost to 1 million views. How are you? And so all of the reels are just doing so well. We have some that are just like 1,000, 200, 2,000, but then we have some that are 200,000, 847,000 views. And so we're just thankful. And then the shares, and people keep sharing, sharing, sharing. That helps us. I don't know how they calculate it all up. I just know it helps us. And so that is a blessing for us. So what we spent money on so far, and every bill has been paid. And up until yesterday, I had $39 in my checking account, and I was happy with that. I was going to live with that $39 because all of my bills were paid. I have grocery money in my grocery money envelope, and I have gas money in my gas money envelope. So I wasn't pulling out, right? Sometimes this is a hard lesson for some folks. We got to learn how to say no to us and stop spending. You cannot spend what you do not have. You cannot spend what you have not earned. If you go and borrow against it, you're going to have less when it actually comes in because you've already pre-spent it. I don't want to pre-spend anymore. Well, Shakema, you're so far ahead. I wasn't always here. So I'm just telling you out of my experience because I've done the payday loans and the borrow it against your furniture. What do you have for collateral? It was a time in here where my ex-husband and I were putting collateral on the mattresses, y'all. Come on now. We're not doing that no more. We're not doing that anymore. We are going to say no. We are going to tighten up. We're going to do what we got to do so that we can do something else later. I want to have resources so that I can give into the kingdom of God. This came to me the other day, and I know this is about the budget, so I'm going to throw it in here. People would always ask me, what are you looking for in a man? And I'm like, you know what? Because everybody want him to be cute. Everybody want him to have a good job. Everybody wants him to, you know what you like. But it came to me the other day. There are two very important things that I'm looking for in a spouse. One, I'm like, Lord, please, please. Because I think he gave me that idea, right? Some people just don't know. There are a lot of us who have not had any, my grandparents didn't tell me nothing about nothing. And there's a lot of stuff I still don't know. But there are two things specifically that I'm looking for in a spouse. The first thing is, if the Lord gives me a number to give to the kingdom, I need him to be on board. I don't need him to say, baby, you sure? Did you hear from the Lord? That's a lot of money. I don't need none of that. I need you to write a check. Write a check, a CashApp, a Venmo, a PayPal, or something. If a man cannot get with what God tells me to do financially to the kingdom or for people, he's not the right man. Because God has always returned to me exceedingly abundantly above. When we didn't even have nothing, stuff would roll in, and I was like, oh my, where did this come from? It came from God, right? That's one thing. And then when God tells me to get up and pray at 4 a.m., I need him to be nudging me in the side at 3:59, saying, then you hear the Lord say get up and pray. That's it. Anything outside of that, I don't know if it's for me. Okay. So for my mortgage, I paid $1,000. I actually paid my mortgage is $978 and some change. I paid an extra $22 to round it up to $1,000. If I paid an extra $22 every month for the lifetime of my mortgage, it will take off, I think, 3 years off of my mortgage payments. And that's just for $22. So at some point, we're going to get to the place where we're able to pay an extra mortgage payment each month. And that's what I'm trying to get to. But here's the reason why. Y'all, can you hear me for a minute? I'm doing all this budget stuff, but the Lord is just telling me some things. Okay, listen to me. I want to be an asset to my husband, right? I've not met him yet, don't know what he looks like, but I'm praying for him and I know he's on the way. I want to be an asset to that man. I have no debt. I carry no debt except my home. The housing market is so good in my area. There's no, it's a seller's market. There's no inventory or very low inventory. The housing prices are about twice what they were when I bought my home. And even though I've been in my home 6 years, almost 7 years now, when I sell this house to go to my husband's house, there will be some equity that will come out of the sale. I'll be able to take that into whatever we want to do together, whether that is live in his space or that's buy a separate space for us. Debt freedom helps you do a lot of things, not just go to the store and buy stuff. I got enough stuff. But I want to be able to give into the kingdom work. I want to be able to say to my husband, hey, babe, we've got X amount of dollars in equity. Do we want to upgrade so that our kids, yours and mine, all feel comfortable? Do we want to downsize and travel? What do we want to leave for the kids? I want to do those things with my money. And I've been able to do some things so far. Not all the things, but some things. Okay. My heating and air was $114.74. My water and sewer was $67.85. My cell phone was $70. My internet $79.99. Excuse me. We were finally able to do sinking funds when we got our YouTube money. So YouTube money pays for sinking funds. And I wrote out my sinking funds. I'll tell you how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15. I have 15 sinking funds so far. And I have 16 because my Christmas sinking fund is not on here because I only fund that in October. So that's 16 sinking funds. Amazon Prime, I put $13 in there. And now I get gifted my Amazon Prime for the year, but I still fund it just in case the gift doesn't come. My yearly pest spray to come and spray around, like do my termite thing, is $100. I did $12 because it's like $140 a year. Tires, $18, and I actually have over $100 in my tire fund. The reason I did a tire fund was because about several months ago, I went to get an inspection for my car. My car failed because my tires were all bald. And now I had to end up paying almost close to $400 for tires. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be taking this hit every so often. So I just started putting $18 into the tire fund so that next time, or if something were to happen, I have money in that account. I always buy a brand new set of tires. I will invest in good tires because I'm on the road. I'm by myself or with my kids, and I want to have good tires. If you are a single parent, invest in that. You don't want to be put down on the road. Also invest in your vehicle. You do not want to be put down on the road with your kids or by yourself. My recycling, because we have to pay recycling, that's $16. Vacation, right? So I cleared out my vacation fund when the kids and I did vacation at Christmas time. Because I want to be able to do something a little bit more, we want to add in a night. We did 2 nights. We want to add one more night. We thought the third night would definitely just be good. That first night, we just rest. The next day, if we wanted to do something, we could. And then that next day, you know, we could have one more day to do a few more other things. And I want to be able to fund that for my kids. Shamika and her friend flew all the way here from California. They had to pay for those round trip tickets so I can save up for the room or we did an Airbnb and the food and all that. I want to be able to provide that. If they're going to spend that much money to come across the country, then I want to be able to provide. So I put $50 in that fund. Taxes, off of everything that came in from one mom, the taxes was $623. I take out 15% of everything that comes in and I put it into a fund. And when I do my taxes at the end of the year, whatever I owe, then I pull it out of that fund and just write a check. Last time I did it online, I just paid it online. It went right through, no problem. And I owed like $800 last year, $800 and some change. Now I only started doing really well on Facebook towards about September, October, November, December, so the last couple months of the year. So it wasn't like I was breaking the bank before that, but now it seems like there's a steady situation happening, and we are working over here. I mean, if you've seen the reels, we're working. Some of them are too long to post to to YouTube, because they're the 90-minute ones. The 90-second ones, and YouTube only goes up to 60 seconds. So I haven't posted some of them here. That's why they're only on Facebook or Instagram. Okay. Insurance for my car is $85. Gracie has her own sinking fund. Hers is $40, and she actually has a vet appointment. She has a grooming appointment on Friday. I'm prayerful that she will let me take her to the groomers. Her pads need shaving out. Ma'am has not had a bath in 4 years. She will not let you bathe her, but she doesn't stink, which is because I have a sensitive, and my sister's nose is really sensitive too. And she's been in my house in the last 4 years. She's never said it smells like dog. So ma'am does not have those olfactory glands or whatever it is that she doesn't pheromone, but because she will not go in the bath. But I'm gonna have to give her some medication to calm her nerves, because she has to have her pads shaved out and her nails. Pure Flix is $11. I already have almost $100 in there. That comes due in May, and so I want to make sure I have enough to cover that. My car registration is $7. Pest control is $27. My oil change is $20. My household repairs, I always put $50 in that fund just in case anything were to go wrong. My P.O. box, I just renewed my P.O. box. It was $78 if you paid it before the 22nd of January. After the 22nd of January, it was going up again. And I'm like, what in the world? Because it just went up, but it's going up again. So I have bumped up that P.O. box to $17. I was paying $13. Now I've bumped it up to $17, just in case that price is over $100 and it's just for 6 months. One time, one of my YouTube subscribers gifted me 6 months worth of a P.O. box. That was a blessing. I'm able to pay for that P.O. box now. So just how God, he says, when you're faithful over the little, he'll make you Lord and ruler over the much. And those of us who have a mind and the wherewithal to stick to our goals, stick to our standards, and not spend, you're going to see the Lord do things in your life, because you are able to be trusted with more. I think God had to just see if I could be trusted with more. The kids and I have more now than when I was married, with 2 solid incomes from 2 full-time jobs. And it had nothing to do with the other person. It had to do with getting my mind right and what I needed to do for my household. There were many, many, many days when the kids and I could not go out to eat with people after church. We could not buy new stuff. That's why we started shopping at the Goodwill. We couldn't do anything. And I was just at an event called Rip the Runway, Port City Rip the Runway in Wilmington, North Carolina. And they call me the thrifting queen. I thrift and look like $1 million, but I'm only going to pay $4.89 for that dress that I got at the Goodwill. Okay. And then for my new camera, I still want to get a camera. $20 is what I saved for that. So my total sinking funds was $386 for sinking funds. My tithe was $416 just off of the one mom revenue. And then I put, okay, I'm going to keep going down. Okay, I had a person help me do some work. She is not an accountant, but she's like a bookkeeper. As I start bringing in more income to the business and with the book sales and all that, I just needed some advice. And so that was $100. I had to pay for that. Jackson's Taekwondo came out at $169. Health Wage Gym, which is my gym membership, was $25. That came out. We put money into Jackson's high school curriculum, his high school fund, if he needs sneakers, if he needs shoes. He just started his 2nd semester as a freshman over at the high school. $50 of his child support goes into that. Every time he gets the first child support payment, $50 goes into that fund. It's no need. Here's another tip, ladies, and I want to say this with as much grace as I can and as much, as much non-accusation. If you have a child support order, we should be able to manage that child support money that we're not having to tax dad with anymore. Well, he having a special so-and-so, so I need. He having a this and that, I need. She need. He gives the amount. Now it's up to you to manage the amount. So I don't ask dad to buy clothes and shoes. I take some money off the top. I put it in Jackson's fund. That's not his savings. That's a separate account for his school clothes and school shoes. And my sister gets him things. Sometimes she'll take him. But I'll pull money out and say, okay, here's his allowance. Because she had a son. So she likes to shop for boy clothes. Here's his money. Take it and get what they need. And so he has his money. Please don't keep taxing folks for all the things. Learn management of your money. And I promise you, God's going to turn that thing around for you. I promise you. Okay. Groceries, I took out $250 for my weekly groceries. I took out $100 for my summer groceries, which that went into my summer groceries envelope. And then $50 for monthly preps. I haven't taken nothing out for eating out or holiday entertainment. Now, with that being said, sister's birthday is on Sunday. So Alana's birthday is on Sunday. She'll be 19. And Jackson and I are going to, and my sister and some friends of ours, last weekend, we went to the movie with her friend and her parents and younger brother, Jackson and me went. And so that was her friend thing. Now this week coming up on Sunday, I'm going to take them to eat somewhere, wherever her favorite place is to eat. It's just going to be our family. So I will have to pull a few dollars for that. Probably out of my savings account because I don't keep any more extra cash on me. But I will make arrangements or allowances for her birthday, right? My birthday is the next Sunday. My birthday is on the 5th. But I don't have any plans for my birthday or anything like that. I don't traditionally celebrate it. I did celebrate 45. I celebrated 40 with my church family. I celebrated 45 just by myself, just living my best 45th life. 47, I'm not sure what is I know God has something great for me in 47, but I don't have any plans for celebration, so that shouldn't cost me any money. Okay. Personal care and nails. Okay, I got my nails done, but I had money for my nails some type of way. It didn't come out of my money here. I don't remember how I got them done. Let me think. I got my nails done, but it didn't come out of any money that I had accounted for. Can't remember. But I had $60 set aside for 2 haircuts, my haircut and Jackson's haircut. Well, I got Jackson's haircut, but I didn't get my haircut. But we had a little friend who ran up to an issue because he was bringing Jackson home from a hair. I dropped him off early on a Saturday morning. Black man barbershop, you can't be sitting there. It was about 4 or 5 people, 6 people already in there by the time Jackson got in there. And we got there at 6:30 in the morning. Because I teach on Saturday mornings, I could not sit there and wait. I had to go home and get ready. So a friend of ours came over to get Jackson and bring him home. Well, he had a little issue with his card, and he was like, hey, can you, cash app the guy for me, and I'll pay you back. Because he gave Jackson a ride home, we just took care of it and told him don't worry about it. It was our treat. So that took care of mom's haircut money. So I'll just plan for next month if I want to get a haircut. Right now, it's fine. I'm good. It's short. No problem. Moving down. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Jackson got $100 in his savings account. He gets $100 for 11 months. So he gets $1,100 out of his child support total for the year. Around December, I start giving him a little bit of money for buying Christmas gifts. Other than that, he does not spend any money. Sister saves 40% of her income. She does not get to spend randomly. She must save it because I didn't get to save as much for her as I will for Jackson by the time he rolls off of child support. So she doesn't have bills. She doesn't have a car. She doesn't have gas. She don't have insurance. She has none of that stuff. She has to put 40% of her money away. That way, when she is ready to move out and get a car and all the things, she'll have money there set aside so that she can manage. She does not have anything other than a high school education right now. So she is going to be, there might be some limitations to her earning potential. as she grows and her brain grows and her mind expands and she wants to go to college, her earning potential will increase. But for right now, she is going to have to make sure that she is putting aside, and she does her budget religiously. Sister, don't be playing. Now, she didn't want to do it in the beginning, but now she gets I got to do my budget, mother mom, and she does it a week in advance. She knows when her paycheck is coming, and she goes right there and she puts her money in, and she has been spot on. Sister has done a good job. Okay. Gas, I took out $200. That was $50 a week. I have gas money in my wallet now. I'm going to leave early in the morning to get gas because I have to drive to my FAR school tomorrow. I talked about the oil change, all of that. Okay. Tithe. Okay. I got to figure out. I put in tithe $1,026. So tithe and offering, my tithe was right at 789, and then we did some offerings. So we're over that by 200 and some odd dollars. So $1,026 is my tithe. Into my savings account, though, I had planned 1,000. I was able to put $3,052 into my savings account. That gave us a total of, let me see. It says $7,585.88, leaving us with $247. Now, I think that I saved a little bit more, but I forgot to write it down because I only had $39 left in my checking account. So I'm almost positive there was some savings that I didn't account for on my sheet. So we're looking at about $35. And oh, I did have two expenses, business expenses. My Canva came out, and my Google Meet. I pay for Google Meet for my budget members, and then I also pay for it for my ministry account. But I have ministry money that is just separate, so I can pay for it out of that. But those two things did come out. And so again, we have roughly about $39 in our checking account until we get paid. And here's the thing, I get paid Wednesday of next week. So you know what, when I talk about, and I want this for I want this for everybody, especially us women. I want us to be debt free because I know the pressure of debt. But I'm at a point now where I haven't worried about finances. I just don't. I pay my bills. I get what I need. I put money aside. That doesn't mean that I'm not constantly checking. I check because I want to make sure that I'm doing my budgeting right. I'm going to be held accountable for this, and I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. But I'm not stressing out. I'm not overly concerned. I'm like, oh my God, where are we going to get this? We've been doing the pantry challenge. Now, I don't normally eat beans or pasta. Tonight, I ate beans and pasta. I made chili, and we bulked it up with a little bit of penne pasta and some beans. Why? Because I had beans in my garage, and I had pasta in the cabinet. So how do I combat that, knowing that I'm living a lower carb lifestyle? I went in the gym. We went in the home gym, and we worked out. That's it. So, Shakema, are you going to eat all the things? I'm going to eat what's in this house that I saved and I spent money on. And I'm going to take myself in that gym, and I'm going to work it out as best I can. It was a good night to have some carbs because I did a hard workout in the gym. So that's how I'm kind of balancing out. But if you make some goals, if you put down, this is what I'm planning to do, then you go back and check. Did I do it? I hit every goal. I had 7 goals, and I hit every goal. I have a $20 bill. We got a child support payment yesterday, $64. I have a $20 bill that I pulled out of that money, and I'm going to put in that $20 savings envelope. And when I get those 60 bubbles filled in, Alana will get that $1,200 for her car. It's not the $2,000 that I said I was going to do, but it's $1,200, and I'll just start saving again, right? Until I give what I said I was going to give. Now, I may be able to do it a little sooner, but I'm trying my best. Some people, we have to think about, how can I make my stuff work? It may not look like what it looks like for me, but I will tell you this, my phone and an idea from the Lord has caused several of our reels to go viral. Anybody can be on Facebook and put your reels out there. It doesn't mean that they're going to invite you into the program, but it doesn't mean they're not. You've got to just start doing the things that you can do, whatever that is. If you can make money from home, make money from home. People are making soap, they making this, they buying that, they selling this. I know a girl, she sells plates. I don't know if she's supposed to be cooking in her house, but she be posting what she cooking and she sell plates. Whatever you have to do to get yourself and your family to a good financial standing is the goal. And then to also be givers of the kingdom if you're a believer. That's how we do it over here at our house. Anywho, I've been on here for 45 minutes. Any questions? Anybody have any questions or anything you want to put in the chat? Because oh, Mama's got the hiccup. Oh, you're okay. I forgot to be watching the chat to see. But I do want to thank you so much for all of the support. I haven't even received any royalties from the book yet. I think that's like 60 to 90 days out before you will receive anything from that. I do know that we have sold some books and they are available on Amazon. So if anybody is interested, it's always in the description box below. You can always check there or go to Amazon and type in the 90-day no talk experiment. Okay, it'll probably be a couple of days. I've got some stuff going on the next couple of days, and then the kids and I are traveling 2 days out of we're not staying overnight, but we just have a far way to travel, and I've got to work that travel stuff out. That's Saturday and Sunday. We're traveling out of town. We're coming back, but we're traveling out of town. And so again, what are your goals? If we don't do anything other than 2023, do something different with our finances, you've got to do something different with your finances. If you're not able to make the ends meet, you're not able to do it, right? What can I do? And then pray. I pray, God, can you help me? And God just touches me. He says, Shakema, okay, do this. And I do that. And he says, okay, do this. And I do that. And I tell you, every single time it works out for our benefit, for my good, not just mine and my kids, but we're able to then bless somebody else. We're able to the other couple weeks ago, we gave a very significant gift to a family. Shakema, why? Because they needed it. We don't have any needs that aren't met. We got food, we have shelter, we have each other. We not mad at each other. We get along, we love folks, and we got clothes on our back. Why would you not? I don't want to be selfish. I just don't. I want to be a giver if God tells me to give. Now, you know, I've had plenty of people to say, oh girl, can you do? God ain't told me that. God has to give me a direct download for me to do it, right? Because I can't just be with everybody. I don't know you like that. God ain't put you on my heart like that. But when he tells me what to do, then I move in that direction. And it has been beneficial for my family. So anywho, there it is. I hope that helped someone out there. I will try my best to do these budget updates. It is so hard because I'm doing the other things, but I'm benefiting from those things. And it's just like what can go, right? My kids and I are spending time together in the gym. We all go in there and we all work out together. And that's our time spent, because if not, I'm always working. When I get off this live, I got some work to do still. But anywho, there it is. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you like the video, don't forget to like, please. Please like the videos. It just helps push us out into the algorithm. My goal this year, I had a really low goal of 50,000, and we're already at 43,000. God has really blessed us. But I am praying for 100,000 subscribers this year. I don't know why I want 100,000 subscribers. There's more pressure on me to get all the things, but I want to reach more people. God told me, he said, Shakema, you will reach thousands of people from the comforts of your own home. And I just want to do that for the glory of the Lord. Anywho, there it is. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit that little bell. That way you never miss an upload from us. We do love you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.